Imagine a world where unlocking the full power of your brain could give you superhuman intelligence, telekinesis, or even photographic memory. For years, we've been told that humans only use 10% of their brains, suggesting that somewhere inside us lies untapped potential just waiting to be unleashed. It's a thrilling idea, one that's inspired countless movies, books, and self-help gurus promising to help you access that hidden 90%. But here's the twist: it's all a myth. The truth about how our brains work is far more fascinating and nothing like what we've been led to believe. The idea that we only use a fraction of our brains is so widespread that many people accept it without question. But if you stop and think about it, the claim doesn't hold up. If 90% of our brains were just sitting there unused, why would brain damage in any area cause serious problems? Why would evolution allow such inefficiency? The reality is, every part of your brain has a purpose. From regulating your heartbeat to solving complex math problems, from recognizing faces to feeling emotions, your brain is always working, even when you're asleep. So where did this myth come from? Some trace it back to the early 20th century, when scientists were still figuring out how the brain functioned. Misinterpretations of neurological research might have led to the idea that large portions of the brain were inactive. Others point to motivational speakers who use the 10% claim to inspire people to push their limits. Whatever the origin, the myth stuck because it's an appealing thought. Who wouldn't want to believe they have untapped genius hiding inside them? But here's the catch: if we were to use 100% of our brains at the same time, it wouldn't turn us into superhumans, it would cause a seizure. Medical conditions like epilepsy show what happens when too many neurons fire at once. The brain overloads, leading to loss of control, convulsions, or even unconsciousness. That's the opposite of superintelligence. The brain works best when different regions communicate in a coordinated way, not when everything activates at full blast simultaneously. Still, the question remains: if we can't magically unlock extra brain power, can we at least improve how our brains function? The answer is yes, but not in the way the myth suggests. Your brain isn't like a computer with unused storage. It's more like a muscle that gets stronger with exercise. Learning new skills, challenging yourself with puzzles, practicing mindfulness, and even physical exercise can enhance cognitive function. Studies have shown that musicians, for example, have more developed areas in their brains related to fine motor skills and auditory processing. Their brains didn't grow new, unused parts, they optimized what was already there. Neuroscience has also revealed the brain's incredible ability to adapt, known as neuroplasticity. If one part of the brain is damaged, other areas can sometimes take over its functions. People who lose their sight often develop heightened hearing or touch sensitivity because their brains rewire themselves to compensate. This adaptability proves that the brain is always working, always changing, not sitting mostly idle. What about the idea of super learning or instant genius? While we don't have a hidden 90% to unlock, some researchers are exploring ways to boost brain performance. Techniques like transcranial magnetic stimulation (TMS) can temporarily enhance certain cognitive abilities, and nootropic, so-called smart drugs, are being studied for their potential to improve focus and memory. But these methods don't tap into unused brain reserves. They simply optimize existing neural pathways, and even then, there's no substitute for hard work and practice. Perhaps the most exciting thing about the brain isn't some mythical unused potential, but what we're capable of achieving with the brains we already have. Think about the incredible feats humans have accomplished: mastering languages, composing symphonies, inventing technology, exploring space. None of that came from accessing some dormant brain region. It came from curiosity, persistence, and the brain's natural ability to learn and adapt. So, if the 10% myth isn't true, why does it persist? Maybe because it speaks to something deeper: the belief that we're capable of more than we realize, and in a way, that's true. Not because we have unused brain matter, but because our brains are designed to grow and improve with effort. The real question isn't how much of our brains we use, but how well we use them. The next time you hear someone say, "We only use 10% of our brains," you'll know the truth. Our brains are already running at full capacity, just not in the way we once imagined. The real power lies in how we challenge ourselves, how we learn, and how we push the limits of what we think is possible. After all, the human brain didn't build civilizations by being idle. It did it by constantly adapting, creating, and discovering. And that's a far more amazing story than any myth.
Hey there, if you're enjoying this video and appreciate the effort behind it, don't forget to like this video. It really helps the channel grow, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications so you never miss an update. Oh, and one more thing, share this video with your friends. Spread the love and support. Alright, now let's get back to the video. Let me know if you want any tweaks.